Yo, it's your boy Mamo, Big Dog Command Room. You know what I'm saying? Back at it again. Another video, different angle, same night, double header, one bed, no pillow. Took a nap, went to sleep, woke up. You don't want to know that night? I'm just playing. I'm sorry. Very random. Like I said, you already know me by now. If you don't know me by now, you will never know me. But yeah, as you can see, I have been talking too much because the screensaver has come on. But yeah, man, that's the second video. We're looking at Drake Maye's pro day. You know what I'm saying? This is probably the quickest videos that I'm ever going to do in the history of the Big Dog Command Room. Every other video is an average of 2 hours. But yeah, before we get into it, all glory to God. I didn't say it in the other video, but y'all already know what it is. It's all glory to God over here. You know what I'm saying? Second, like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get this 66, 67, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then story time. And we back on it, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna keep rolling it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep getting the numbers going up and stuff like that, and you know, growing, you know, getting better. So getting this out of the way, because it's the most important thing. The QBs, just at least giving y'all some, you know, analysis, what I think of it and stuff like that, and then getting out of here, you know what I'm saying? I'm also gonna give a video just kind of my final thoughts on everything before the draft, and giving y'all, I already downloaded 2 videos tonight, so y'all getting 5 videos in one night, man. Like, you know, who do that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, who does it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna get to the video before I had to actually type in my password.
And I'll be honest, I felt like he felt the pressure of having to live up to the expectations that kind of preceded his arrival into that final season. Maybe he wanted to be QB1, maybe he heard all the noise about Caleb Williams, and he felt like he had to do too much because he didn't play at the same level. That said, the talent is still there.
Warm-up throws.
It's just a matter
of, you know, the pat and go type dance
is warming up. There was a fall off, and is a team willing to bypass that to look at the traits that he brings to the table.
And now we're seeing Drake still, this is not yet into the script going through warm-up, so actually kind enough to share with everybody. We're going to see Tez
I miss Patty
get the
Goes,
majority of the targets today, and you mentioned that's probably a good idea.
It is a good idea. You want to see him throw to NFL caliber receivers, and that's not taking anything away from the guys that are also catching passes, but you want to see that because the timing is going to be most likely what he's going to do at NFL level. What we're seeing early now, this is like pat and go. So these are layup line drills in basketball. Just have an opportunity to just kind of see the form, see the ball kind of get out of his hand.
This is stuff that you do before, like, actual games.
Been around Drake May, everyone who's watched this
like
game,
after you do the
for the velocity,
after you do your position individual drills, you kind of get together and then do the pat and goes before a game or a scrimmage or something like that. High school and college.
Los Angeles
Every
last
game
week,
for
Caleb
real.
Williams wanted to dispel with this idea that looks like we are going to get to the actual script of today, starting with a couple of smoke routes out, showing him getting the ball out of his hands pretty quickly.
Yeah, you're going to see that get the ball out of his hands. These are the easy throws, but also the tempo with which he's working. We're going to get a chance to see his conditioning level. I like that because it keeps support, but it's one of those things that we'll also see from him.
All right, we'll get to our first hitch, then another one, inside slant. Coming up, the offense, Bucky.
He is the prototype. He's exactly what has played at the position for years on end. And he also has is the athleticism to work off the script. He can do the design quarterback runs. He can scramble and make plays. So really, I mean, look, it's wide open for him. It's as designed.
You gotta catch that, man.
Thing when you evaluate him as a prospect.
That's not him. That's not on Drake.
Swinging
That's
that ball
on
out We saw a little bit of it in a few clips of Drake May using his legs. Legs underappreciated?
He's different than what I would say some of the other quarterbacks. So when we talk about Jaden Daniels, you're talking about he can run, but he's more of a scrambler. Drake May, if he wants to, he can tuck it under his arm and do some of those quarterback powers and things. But he certainly has that club in his bag, and it allows you to add dimensions to your offense. So here's what I like, man. I love, like, when I was working in the league, we would always bring prospects in and ask them, Patterson's game after
That ball get out of his hand, though, I see.
Because you can see that in his play, how rugged he is as a runner, the talent that he has, and
See,
the special things that he brings to the table.
that's the stuff right there.
From Drake May,
Like, but in all fairness, Jaden Daniels is supposed to throw like that too. So
It's just one of those things where you just have to eventually get into it.
Well, yeah, but I think everybody, like, look at the number of people that are there watching. He understands what is riding on this workout. The pressure and the butterflies can get to you.
That ball hit the side. It was reverberating throughout, but it looks like he's grooving this out route.
First with Caleb Williams, then with Jaden Daniels and Drake May. It is very easy for them to make these throws. It's not a lot of
that's a tough angle to throw.
work with. And also, people are saying that acknowledging there's some little mechanical things that they can fix is absolutely what
he was really accurate though. I would say that one throw was wild, but
he had a ball that was a little bit placed behind him. He drops it. Drake tells him, "Hey, Tez,
you got to catch
out there
it."
run a slant again."
Tez, he was out there. We had him on camera just a few minutes.
That's ahead of him.
What are your impressions?
I feel great, but it's okay. Those happen.
He's a senior, right, of playing college football, of experience. He was in his COVID year, he had a knee injury, then COVID year, obviously wasn't allowed to play. So he's been through a lot mentally. And so he's not a finished product. And I think that's a good thing, but you can't teach speed. And so when you got a guy that's 6'1", 6 feet, that has some speed, man, the way he is currently right now with his body and work, which is not necessarily his fault.
And there we see Tez. How do you view Tez coming into the draft?
So look, Tez is a talented receiver, but much like what Steve said, he hasn't played a lot. He gives you a lot of the flashes, but I think any team that takes him has to understand that there's going to be some time needed to allow him to develop before he can be a big-time contributor to the next level.
Early reviews, but anything that would take you off Drake May today?
No, nothing that would take you off. That's what coaching is for. Right now, as an evaluator, what you're looking at is, what is the talent like? What can I do?
That one was just, he just got a strong arm. That was, the other one was
You're
worse.
trying to evaluate as they come right back to that throw when he hits it to Tez.
Fellas, just like Nationwide helps millions of people prepare for their financial future, I'm here to help you prepare for the NFL Draft. Ready? On. Off. On. Ring, is your future call.
I'm sorry.
Seriously, no one's going.
I was trying to find a skill better.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a hell of a football player. He knows exactly that this is about impressing people. His body of work is very impressive already, but he knows this is the final touch. This is the cherry on top.
I actually like what Steve was talking about, because one of the things Steve talked about, like when he made a mistake, he could immediately identify. Didn't play his final season of high school because of COVID. Didn't play his freshman year because of the presence of Sam Howell, and he redshirted. So he's only played the last 2 years. So even though it seems that he's an older player entering the league, he's really a young player, which is why most would advocate for him sitting that first year.
Through this workout, it's a discussion we've had many times about just that. I mean, whether or not the quarterback needs to sit.
Well, it really depends on how your team is structured and understanding.
I almost missed that one.
The fine china with gloves and making sure that you have a contingency plan. Like we're losing or we're not sure why or what. The natural reaction is to
We gotta get better with these routes, man.
Contingency plan to help support him and have a good cast around him no matter what. So he can be able to, in your staff and your organization.
Like a Drake, man, really with all quarterbacks, it should be an organizational
That's
decision.
what I'm talking about, man.
Punch it down. I would say the team that has been the best at developing quarterbacks over the last 30 years has been the Green Bay Packers. We saw how patient they were with Aaron Rodgers, and so you would have an opportunity to kind of compare and contrast in real time. Well, now what you do in all these
Yeah.
this pro day workout,
You be sending them just for you cannot take it away from him. I can imagine seeing him in person throwing it. Like,
what do you feel? Who represents
you be sending that joint, man.
position, all those other things. And in meetings, in these one-on-one conversations, can you trust that he is going to be the face of the franchise and do all of the things that go along with that?
That's what we want to see. Maybe we get some more oohs and ahs. There's the post.
gosh, man, he be sending that joint, bro. Like, it's tough that he caught it.
Solid tracking.
The man's getting drafted just because of
Okay,
that.
so the other day we talked about Jaden Daniels, and we talked about he's an intermediate playmaker. He does his work. He can throw it deep, but it's different. With Drake May, we just
Is
talked
this a
about
post?
raw
Yeah, just ran across the track.
It should be a major part of it because what does my quarterback need to be successful? So we'll use Josh Allen because that's the name that keeps coming up.
And I'll do the math there on that deep post that we just saw the replay of, because that was on a 5-step drop. So it landed at the goal line. That was an easy 60 yards as Drake clearly putting the arm strength in.
You're not going to build the offense around this stuff, but it's nice to have someone who certainly can make those plays.
Standing there,
out
like,
of the
bro,
structure
like,
of the
that
offense.
thing is like a moon ball.
Develop them right and surround them with the right pieces.
So as we get back, there's looks like a seam ball. We saw those deep balls here from Los Angeles. How did those deep balls feel? Getting a chance to be down there on the field in North Carolina.
Because he was out there dropping dimes. I mean, he is literally, he's moving in the pocket, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, as Patrick Mahomes was just sitting in practice being Patrick Mahomes, developing.
He was really accurate here, though, man.
So he's ready.
Looking at this again, it was a really good pro day for him.
50th pass, you can see all levels of the field, deep passes he's showing you with velocity, spinning the ball, and he can play under calmness. And I like what I'm seeing from him.
It sounds like
Oh.
Steve Smith is a veteran receiver, is a Hall of Fame. You can't control what the player's reaction is going to be. When the players walk out that first time for minicamp, the expectation is when you draft somebody in the top 5, they want to see
Zach Wilson.
plays for him. Kevin Call is a stone cold killer as a play caller. You have Josh McCown in the building.
Okay, they move closer
around.
to the end zone.
Wide receivers 1 and Justin Jefferson, who is maybe wide
Yeah,
receiver
at the 25.
running the football with Aaron Jones. To me, it's a no-brainer. The Minnesota Vikings are the place where Drake May
Make the trade, get another pick. Just how aggressive Quincy in the game
Good route.
there in Minnesota will be. As Drake May has moved to the red zone as we are only 64th throw. Steve, good idea to finish with touchdowns?
He's getting drafted off
They're
that.
going to throw the ball off their back foot. They're not always going to set their feet. And he's throwing the ball with precision and putting some touch on it, right? And so he's showing that he can do it and still have touch. So I really like the game plan that they have going on, that display who he is and how Drake May can play and what he brings to the table. So that's what I like watching this red zone.
But also show that you can do what people want you to do at the same time.
scouts may have it or may have had about his game, but also a reminder of the talent that he brings to the table.
Looks like we got another ball going to Tez Walker.
To me, those things are encouraging. It's not about the results, it's more so about the process. I like the process of him wanting to go back and do it all over again.
There we go. Second time is the charm as he hits throw number 70 on the script and he's dapping folks up.
Look, it's a really good performance. And I know it's not perfect, and pro day performances, look, as much as we want them to be perfect, the ball isn't in there. I actually am more encouraged by the misses and the corrections after the misses than anything.
All right.
Most people haven't.
All right. Sorry about that. Memory card got full. So, yeah, man. Okay, looking at this, cause I looked at both of these pro days kind of like in passing. Like I was either driving, I mean not driving and like sitting down, like but I was just like doing something. I was in motion when I was watching these. You know what I'm saying? So looking at them again, if we want to like go tit for tat and like stats and all that stuff like that, Drake May like had like probably like 3 misses. You know what I'm saying? But the misses that he did have were kind of, one of them was really really bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, he had like 4 misses. I'd say 4. One of them was kind of a little ahead of the guy, like he was doing like a dig route or something like slant, and it was a little far ahead of him, but I don't really count that one. But there was one that was just like, where are you throwing it to? You know what I'm saying? And then there was another one that's kind of went overhead just a little bit, so like we'll give him that one. And then he missed one, but they didn't really show it, but it was like in the end zone. So that's 3 compared to Jaden Daniels like 5 that he missed. The ones that Jaden Daniels missed down the field, you know, was. He missed like 3 down the field and then 2 like underneath. You know what I'm saying? And ironically, you know, they talk about statistically Jaden Daniels is the better deep ball thrower in college football, and Drake May is good, you know, but it like the stats was different, you know what I'm saying? But in all fairness to Drake, I think his pro day was really good. I think he made a statement compared to Jaden Daniels. Like, I mean, Jaden Daniels didn't hurt or help his stock. I don't think, like, you know, everybody know he can throw. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. You know, but I think Drake really did help his stock in a sense. Like, you know, just for people to actually, because people that's all they've been talking about is how strong his arm is, and his arm is strong. Like, that ball get out of his hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's no joke, especially when he started throwing that deep ball. He was throwing some bombs, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful to see. So I think he was very accurate, you know what I'm saying, outside of those couple misses. You know, it changed my perspective on him a little bit, but still he just scares the crap out of me. Like, it's like, I just get Zach Wilson's vibe from him. I get he's either Zach Wilson or he's Phillip Rivers. And either one, whole time when I'm just thinking about this comparison, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, do I want either one of them? You know what I'm saying? And no knock to Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is one of the best quarterbacks to ever touch the NFL, you know, but he never got over that hump, you know what I'm saying? We need a guy to help us get over that hump. And the whole time, I don't even know if Jaden Daniels is the guy to help us get over that hump, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking, for this video, because this is, to be fair to Drake May, like, this is about Drake May, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what we're going to get from him, and that's scary if we do draft him, you know what I'm saying? He's a project, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely a project. We have kind of I can't even say we don't even have the offensive infrastructure. We don't have the line for real. We're working on it. We're almost there. You know, we don't really have the weapons. A lot of our weapons left. I know we got a back, I believe. I think we picked up a back. And some, you know, stuff like that. But and we got along with Zaccheaus. I forgot to talk about him. Like, that was a good pickup, I think. Solid replacement for cheaper replacement for Curtis Samuel, which is fair. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see, bro. It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And now just watching that, I feel like, you know, that I wouldn't be surprised if they picked him, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't really, like, you know, they had this whole, I'll talk about it later, but to be fair to Drake, good job, man. You did your thing, you know, as you should have. Still young. I think he can be a good leader, you know, in his own way. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be interesting to see how he handles all the pressure and stuff like that of the NFL, and when things are good and when things are bad, you know what I'm saying? So that remains to be seen. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this video longer than what it was supposed to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed the vibes from the room, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I get to do some more of these like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know, it's your boy Mambo, Big Dog Camaro. Like, comment, subscribe. Shake that 5, shake that 6, shake that 7, 7 that 8 and 9 that 100. Subscribe. Until the next time, peace, love, and hair grease.